How's it going, everyone? I'm David from dodmedia, and today I want to show you how you don't necessarily need big, expensive studio strobes to get good portraits. You can get fantastic portraits just by using a little LED panel and a light modifier. Let me show you. Alright, so before I take the camera off the tripod to show you this setup, to show you how I got this look, I just want to give a shout out to Aputure. They very kindly sent me one of their AL-198C LED panels. Bit of a mouthful, but it's a great light. Comes with a nice little case as well. It takes the big capacity Sony NPF 970, 950, 930 batteries like this one, so if you get a big one like this, it will last you for hours. They're not paying me to say any of this, but because they sent me the light for free, I feel like I need to say thank you. Okay, enough chit chat, let me show you how I set this up. Alright, so basically what I've got is this big diffusion umbrella. This is a fantastic, super simple pop-up umbrella. It's by a brand called Wallimex Pro. They're not the cheapest, but they're also far, far from the most expensive. What's great about it is literally an umbrella. So you can see here, it really just kind of sits on this thing here. I actually put a little hole in it myself so the stand could come through. And then there's the LED right there, facing inwards towards the center, and then bouncing back out and giving me this lovely diffused soft light. I mean, it's so nice, it looks nearly clinical. And then here for the background, I've actually got one of these little AL-M9 by Aputure LED panels that I did a review of a few weeks back. And this thing is tiny, tiny, tiny. Got an internal battery, you charge up via USB, and this is all I'm using to light this black backdrop paper. It's just such a simple little setup. It takes one external battery, one rechargeable battery that's internal in this thing, a light stand, a modifier, and a backdrop. And you're ready to go. You don't need to set up radio receivers on your DSLR, you don't need to set up a strobe, you don't need to power it. It's all battery powered, it's all portable, and it's all lightweight. And it's all pretty durable too. You're not gonna break the bulb in an LED panel. And that's just amazing that you can set this up so simply. You can get an actual good quality of light, a good brightness out of this, and this is just a small LED panel, and what's cool about it is you can pair a couple of them together. So I think it's pretty awesome that you can get some professional quality portraits out of a pretty inexpensive setup. When I say pretty inexpensive, I mean you could pretty much get all of this stuff for about $250 max. Now there are of course some shortcomings to this. For example, shooting on my DSLR on the 6D, I had to set the shutter speed up at 1/200th of a second. I couldn't go any faster than that because I would have just lost out on too much light and had to add too much ISO to the 6D. Even though it can handle a lot of ISO, I didn't want to get any more texture to the photo than I already was getting. And so I didn't want to have to increase the ISO, and so I wanted it to be as clean as possible while still being sharp in case there was any movement. So that's kind of one of the limiting factors, is the fact that you can't get that enormous burst of light that you would get from a studio strobe. But then at the same time, as I said, this is a tiny little LED panel. If you were to get one of Aputure's 300D insanely powerful LED lights, I think you'd be able to compete with the likes of a strobe. Use it in good light modifiers like beauty dishes, like this one that I've got up here, and still get a fantastic quality of light casting on your subject. And what's more, the advantage of doing this, of having a constant light instead of a strobe, is that you actually see how this light modifier is shaping the light on me constantly. You don't have to have a modeling light in there, which is going to be a much dimmer version of what the strobe is going to be. There's no guessing what the light's going to look like. You can see it. So for anyone who is looking to set up some kind of photography studio, but they haven't got the budget for expensive strobes, and they're not quite comfortable with flash photography, or they would just like to invest in something that they can use for photos and for video, well, look no further. This is such a fantastic setup. It's such an easy setup, and yeah, it's cheap. There's links in the description if you are interested in getting any of these products. They're affiliate links, which means that I'll get a percentage of the sale without it charging you anything extra. If you'd like to know more about how I treated the photo, leave a comment in the comment section or send me a tweet at dodmedia. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the little bell there to get notified when I release a new video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked what you saw, and I'll see you in the next video.